people. Okay, so in the last video, or one of the last videos, I only had like 3 of them, I had made soy milk. So I thought that I would show you how to make tofu. I was trying to see if the soybeans that I had would sprout, but they didn't. So I thought, well, since I already have them all soaked, I would make some tofu out of them. Okay, so at the last step that we had in the last video, I think we had used the nut milk bag to, squeeze out all of our soy milk, everything that was left after we squeeze it out, obviously. What we have left here is called okara, and I was gonna do a bunch of videos about it, but guess what? I got diagnosed with celiac disease, and so now I can't have gluten, and pretty much every recipe that I made used the vital wheat gluten for it. So we're not gonna talk about that. I'm dealing. Okay, so what we do is we put the soy milk back on in the pan, ta-da, and we wait for it to come to a boil, and then we remove it from heat. So I'm just kind of waiting. I've got it at medium heat instead of the medium high that the recipe recommends, because my stove gets really hot, like really fast. So it's better off if I have it at a lower heat, because sometimes I'll put something at medium heat and then I'll put it on to simmer and it'll continue to boil and stuff, so it's kind of freaky. Okay, so what we've got here, and my little thing that holds my phone to record isn't working very well, but let's see if we can do this or not. Nope, I'm gonna have to hold it. Okay, so what we need to make the tofu is this stuff here, magnesium chloride for making tofu. I got that online somewhere. The recipe that I have calls for half a cup of water. Oh, hold on, I've got this little garbage can for recycling stuff on the floor and it's like in my way. Okay, so I've got the water here. You put half a cup of water per 1.5 cups of the magnesium chloride, or it's also called, I think it's nigari. Okay, so what I'm doing, because I had made more soybeans than what was recommended in the recipe, which was 8 ounces of dry soybeans. I know I had more than that. So what I'm gonna do is instead of 1.5 teaspoons times 2, which would be 3, I'm using a tablespoon, which is the same exact thing as 3 teaspoons. So let me see if I can get this to stay. Nope. Okay, well, it's you know what, my videos are not professional in any way. Okay, no, it's not boiling yet, but it looks like it's getting close. Okay, now if I wanted to be really exact about this, I could put this on my scale, but it's kind of clumped up here. It's been a while since I've made tofu. I mean, not like a whole long time, but okay, I'm just trying not to get any clumps. And I got another clump there. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with the clumps. Okay, so we put that in there, we stir it up. There's a little black spot there, I don't know what that is. We stir it up and just kind of let it sit. And okay, let's see. Now my soy milk over here is boiling, so I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna take it off of that burner, and the recipe says to wait for 3 minutes, I believe. Since I'm still waiting for the timer to go off, I had actually, boy, that light looks really bright in the background. Is that better? I don't know. It's really dark for me in here, but you know, the light looked really bright in the background. Anyway, so I was putting away the okara, and I just wanted to show you, and that's soybean pulp. And this stuff is really, really good for you. So what I do is I just put it in the refrigerator, and I'll make something with that. Hopefully I will get around to actually making a video with that. So I'll put that in the refrigerator. You could keep that in the refrigerator for like 4 days, something somewhere around there. But the good thing is that you can also freeze it. I don't know the exact amount of time that you can freeze it because I use it so fast, even if I do freeze it. Sometimes I will freeze it because I just didn't get around to making something with it fast enough, and I don't want it to go bad, so I'll just, stick it in the freezer. So yeah, our timer's about to go off, so let me put that in the fridge real quick. I wish I had a pause, but okay, so this is going to be kind of boring to record. So I've got a lid now on my pot. I had to reread the recipe, so I stopped recording for a minute there. Okay, so I've got 1/3, can we see that? 1/3 cup of our nigari recipe, or mixture, you know what I mean. And so I'm going to put that into the soy milk here. And then I'm going to, it says to stir for 15 seconds. So I think that was around 15 seconds. Gosh, I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me try turning that light back on. I don't know if you can see that. It's curdling. I just don't know if you could see it very well that it's curdling. Okay, so now I have to put in another 1/3 cup, which that was not a 1/3 cup. Okay, so we just put that in here. I'm just going to put a little bit more because that was definitely not 1/3 of a cup. Here, we'll just, I don't think I got a 1/3 cup the first time. See how it's starting to curdle? I don't know if you can see that very well. Maybe if I turn off the light on the thing, I don't know. Hopefully you could see it. It's curdling. Okay, so I'm supposed to sit here and I'm supposed to stir it. Okay. It's kind of got a little bit of tofu skin on my thing. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to put the lid on it, and then I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes. So we'll put in our timer, 3 minutes, and then I will be back. Okay, so those 3 minutes are up. That was the second 3 minutes. And so let me just show you what it's looking like here. See how it's kind of watery on the top? And we've got the curds that are starting. Okay, so we're going to stir it up really gently. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of this nigari and I'm just going to put it in there. And then guess what? We've got to wait another 3 minutes. So let me set my timer and I'll be back. Okay, now we finally get to the fun part. We have now curds and whey, and they are all nicely separated. This actually looks a lot better than last time I did it, so I'm pretty excited about that. And we have a tofu mold. I got this tofu mold off of Amazon for like $7, seriously. I keep hitting the thing on this garbage can that's over here. I'm not used to having it there. I've started like majorly recycling, and I had to have a separate garbage can now. Anyway, so I got this tofu mold on Amazon, and it was marked as used, but it was just like the box had been broken or something. And I got it for I think $7, so it's nice. And last time that I did it, I didn't put a paper towel or anything, you know, like cheesecloth in it. And a lot of the curds did get through these little holes and go down. So I am going to put a paper towel in there this time. Got our paper towel in our tofu thing. We've got, see, it's got like a little spring in there. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Last time that I made it, I had a hard time because I had so many curds. because I make a lot of this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a slotted spoon now, and I'm trying to like figure out how to do this so that I have the least amount of spillage. Okay, so I'm gonna take the slotted spoon. The curds are actually, they're very separate. They're not clumping very well, are they? We'll put it in the thing anyway, and we'll just see how it goes. Last time I did this, they clumped a lot more. Oh, we got a little tofu skin in there. That's fine. Tofu skin's fine. You can actually make tofu skin. You boil the soy milk, and then you just let it sit there, and the skin will start coming up onto the top of the pan, and you just use like a chopstick or any, like a thin stick, and you just skim the tofu skin off, and then you have to like hang it. I'm gonna have something that, because I'm gonna start making my own pasta soon. Woo, exciting! So I'll actually have something that I can use to hang. So maybe I will try that with the tofu skin. Okay, my major problem that I'm having here is that these curds are like not together. They're all kind of separate. So this is gonna take me a really long time, and I'm gonna stop recording, because all I'm going to be doing literally is ladling this into the tofu thing. So I'll start back up when I'm ready to squish the tofu. Okay, well, desperate times call for desperate measures. I ended up having to use this fine mesh thing that I bought for my Instant Pot, which actually I use for practically everything, like sifting flours and steaming veggies and all kinds of stuff. I really like it, so I highly recommend that thing. Okay, so I ended up having to use that to separate the curds and whey, because using the spoon method was not working. I'm thinking, let me see if maybe turning the light out, you can see that better. Maybe. I'm thinking, since this is so kind of watery, it's actually going to work really, really good for a ricotta cheese substitute. If you've never tried tofu as a ricotta cheese substitute, you really should, because one, you really can't tell the difference, and two, it actually tastes pretty good. And I've got a bunch of zucchini, and I have a recipe for zucchini lasagna. And it's just like basic lasagna, but you slice the zucchini really thin. But you have to sprinkle salt on the zucchini first and like let it. Okay, so my phone died. I shouldn't be surprised about that. Okay, so I haven't done anything to this. I just kind of cleaned up this area a little bit while I was waiting for it to charge a bit. So I put the lid onto the tofu press, and then what you do is you lock. This is going to be a little difficult to do one-handed. You lock the sides. Okay, and what it's going to do is it's going to push down and separate some more of the curds and whey from each other, and that's how you get it in the store, is in that compact block shape. There's different types of tofu, different, variations. They start with silk tofu and go to like extra firm or something. I believe that the most I'm going to be able to get with this is like a silk tofu, because no matter how long it sits and waits, I don't think I'm going to get much. No, I think I mentioned at the beginning, this whole thing started because I was trying to see if the soybeans that I have now would sprout, but they didn't. But I did want to show you, I did get something to sprout. Lentils. So I think I'm going to make lentils with sprouts, maybe for dinner tonight. Maybe. And lentils only take like 2 or 3 days to sprout. And I bought those at, those are just regular Walmart ones. And yes, gasp, they're not, organic or anything. Sorry. I mean, the whole thing, researching the sprouting is getting really frustrating for me. But I'll do maybe another video with the sprouting. I think that this video is long enough. So, for the tofu, yes, it sits here. You, hopefully when you do it, you get more curds instead of kind of watery curds. I don't even, I believe that I put too much of that, what was it called? Nigara. Yeah, it's magnesium chloride. Ta-da! And I believe I also got that from Amazon. I get everything from Amazon. Okay, so yeah, I believe I put too much of that in there. Last time that I did it, I had chunks, and I just, put the chunks in there and, pushed them down. So, we'll see. I'm gonna leave it probably for quite a while. I might put it in the fridge. I don't know. I don't think it it's like says whether to do that or not, but I think I am. Alrighty, people. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.